So as we mentioned then, the first round of matches in the Champions League is complete. Not much changes to the bookies as we see City and Real Madrid are the two favourites as we expected.
Inter back out again.
Inter are 25 to 1 according to the bookies this time round. Ian, who caught your eye? Who impressed you from what we saw in those opening games?
Well, Inter did. I thought they played really, really well at Manchester City. Well deserved the point. Might have even won the game. Was it Darmian who was right through? Heaven alone knows why he didn't shoot when presented with that opportunity. But they look a good side. They're the best team in Italy. And I think you'd pick out Bayer Leverkusen, wouldn't you, as well? Xabi Alonso, Champions League debut for him as a coach, and they win 4-0 away. All right, it wasn't Feyenoord, and I get the impression the Dutch league isn't the greatest this year, because I saw PSV playing away at Juventus, and they really hardly put up a token resistance. So I don't know, maybe that was a soft win for Leverkusen, but they sure did it well.
What about you, Stevie?
Hard for me not to go with Liverpool.
Ah, yes.
I mean, considering how bad they were against Forest, you're going to Milan, and then you go one down after 3 minutes. You can't help but think, oh dear, what's going on? But the way they responded, not just scoring 3 goals, but the way they played and the way they completely dominated the game, to the stage that the second half was a bit of a canter. So, yeah, you have to be impressed with what Liverpool did.
Celtic, Villa.
Celtic?
Five goals in a competition. They've struggled, really struggled, particularly Brendan Rodgers. This new format might give them half a chance. Villa, I thought, was solid. The opposition wasn't great. Bayern Munich scored 9. Obviously, we've sort of forgot about them, but their opposition was weak. Obviously, all of a sudden, Vincent Kompany's the great manager.
Of course.
Nobody's talking about how have we got this guy that was sacked at Burnley.
No, not
one big win. It's like, this is great. People get carried away, but obviously Kane got 4 of them from the penalty spot, so that was a bit of a roasting. But as Ian said, now don't start, mate. Let's not start on the format.
Okay.
Let's not start.
Right.
But these bigger teams, and I agree. I think Inter. You could see Inter.
No one wants to play Inter. Let's face it.
They're a bit like Atleti were.
Yes.
When they were at their best, and they've had a decent start to the La Liga season. They've spent a lot of money, but Inter, they're just a side that, as everybody's touched upon, they want to do the defensive aspect of the game. The defenders want to defend, right? They're big, strong back line, back three. They've got wing backs that go forward. Barella was excellent in the midfield, and they've got pace and power up front on the counter-attack. So you could see them going a long way, if not all the way, in this competition again. They're not going to outplay most of the teams, but they're going to suck a lot of teams in like they did against City, and then they're going to kill them on the counter, which they could have done at the Etihad.
Meanwhile, Ian, the first taste of defeat for Hansi Flick, of course, playing with just 10 men for 80 minutes. It was always going to be difficult.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, you do have to build in the red card.
Nedum's back. Hooray! Who caught the eye for you in the Champions League?
Plug out.
Yeah,
plug
exactly.
in, plug out.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. For me, I think it has to be Aston Villa. Given the fact that they haven't been in the European Premier competition for 40+ years, for them to be able to go to young boys, and obviously young boys aren't like elite European pedigree, but you have the factor of the artificial pitch, the fact that young boys, they've played in Champions League many times now, and Villa looked a class apart. I think their ability to sort of be defensively good, to be really good in attack, and for those players who are experiencing it, a lot of them for the first time, it looks so comfortable. I was very, very impressed, and they're going to be a really, really dangerous side.
The opposition weren't the strongest, but as Nedum said, 40 years or whatever it is outside the Champions League, away from home, match day 1, pretty good.